Yeah, I know what's up now. Yeah, that's that. Oh, baby. Girl, like a melody and ride. Spirits in the twine. And funk time. Wow. Just take the time to free your mind. It's bona fide.
Okay, good morning. This is an effort to show you the behind-the-scenes stuff that went on with the photo shoot with Alisa Dorsey. I have a few tripods and light stands over there. This is one of my favorite modifier. This is a 5-foot octabox for all the soft lights. I do have, I think, 36-inch reflector, both silver and gold. The next one that you see here is really Policy Buff PLM modifier. It's one of my favorite modifiers. You will see more pictures of this later. These two are really my booms, one for the reflector, one for the overhead lights. And then my next favorite modifier is this beauty dish that you see. It's again a PLM beauty dish. I have a diffusion sock because I'm going to shoot more of a fashion or a glamour look. Behind the beauty dish, you would also see the speed rings. I have a couple of speed rings, one for the flashpoint lights that I'm going to use, and also as well as for the other one that I'm going to use for Policy Buff. Alright, here are my kicker lights or my background lights, a couple of flashpoint 640 watts, and here is my main light. This is a Policy Buff 640 watts Einstein. That's my favorite light. You see some of the reflectors I would be using. Then the band doors, the grids to have a focus light or an arrow beam. That's a 30-degree grid. Got a few gels out there. And my garage being a little bit larger, you know, I need to use a Vagabond mini lithium for the power source for one of the lights because the power socket is pretty far away, you know, in the garage. Moving on, I have some support stands here, not much, you know, I may or may not use them, a few cables, more of the support stuff that you are seeing here. These are going to be my main radio receiver and transmitters. They are CyberSyncs from Policy Buff, again, very reliable. I really like them, and I've been operating with them for the last 3 years, and absolutely no problems. I love those. Yes, moving on. A couple of bound sheets, white and black, basically all foam. Little table I set up for my tethered shooting. When I bring in my Mac, I may or may not use the tethered shooting, but in case if I use it, you know, it's all up and running and I don't have to waste a lot of time trying to put it at that point in time. That's my extension box, and moving on, some of the other stuff that I might be needing, you know, stuff like cleaning cloth, some clamps, and some tape, just to mark out the areas where the model would be standing. This is my Pelican 1560 case, and this is going to be my main workhorse today. And I also have a little bag over there which is really having lots of filters and other stuff. A quick view, peek view inside my Pelican briefcase. I'm sorry for the fuzzy video, it's all manual. My main workhorse is going to be the Sony 850 full frame, and then the 85 Carl Zeiss 1.4. I know 1.4 in the studio, yes. Then I also have my Sigma 7200 2.8. That's going to be another one of my workhorse. Psychonic light meter that I will be using. 8mm fisheye. There wouldn't be much use for this. And then my favorite lens over here, the Carl Zeiss 135 1.8. I really have a plan for this in today's shoot. And then the best lens that I have, the 2470 Carl Zeiss 2.8, which is really going to be the mainstay of the entire shoot. You know, for all of the wide-angle shots as well. A few lens pens, cleaning pens over there. I don't want to, you know, spend a lot of time. So moving on, I really apologize again for the fuzzy video. Shot in the garage with a Sony A580 camera, and it was pretty tough in this low light. And also, this is my first effort, so I'm sure you guys will excuse me. A quick view into the bag that I have. Really, you know, they are all for the ND filters. I got a few ND filters over there, 2-stop, 4-stop, and an 8-stop ND filters. I also have the graduated and the full ND filters, a couple of strobes. One is Bower, and the other one is a Sony HVL42. These would act more like, you know, hair lights or kicker lights. Some of the Tiffin and the Dolicia filters that I have, I intend to use a lot today because I'm really going to open up my lights, and I also am planning to shoot the shallow depth of field, which means that I would have to use my ND filters on my prime lenses. These are the floorboard sheets, and I also intend to use plexiglass for the reflection shots, which I'll be placing it on top of my floorboards. The floorboards will not go directly onto the bare cement floor that I have. The plan is to really use a couple of plywood sheets that I've got from a home improvement store. These are the ones that you see. There are two. There's one behind the other. And then I intend to use these on the floor, and then the whiteboard sheets will go on top of these, and then finally the plexiglass. As for my backgrounds, I have 18% gray, a jet black, and a white that I plan to shoot. For the most part, I will be doing the white. It really depends on the kind of outfits the model brings in. Although I have a few other backgrounds, a red color and a white color and another shade of gray, but these are more, you know, just in case if I need them. I really don't plan to use them. So there you are. You know, this is pretty much the setup that I have just before the start of the shoot. And you know, I will go ahead and start the shoot and show you how it went through. And last but not the least, yes, a pretty cold day today at the garage. In the garage, it was 40 degrees to start with, and then I had this running for a couple of hours. It's a comfortable 61. Hopefully it stays that way, and we can shoot in more nicer conditions than the 40. So that's about it, and I will see you on the other side of the shoot.